We're rolling.
Cool. So we're going to put reverb using sends and returns in Pro Tools. So we got our awesome drum mix. It's fantastic. So we're going to put reverb on the snare. So we'll put an aux send on the snare. So we click on the sends window. We go bus. I typically use a mono bus to feed a reverb because most reverbs have a mono input and a stereo output. Just like there's a debate between it has to have a stereo input or a mono input. I'm going to go with a mono input here. You can do stereo. Either way is okay. I'm going to do a mono input. In this case, I'm going to pick bus 3. And it popped on the other window, but there it is. I'm going to turn it up. So I'm going to option click it so it pops up to Unity. I'm going to name it. Hall. I can right click on the name and rename. I can actually right click over here on the name and rename. I can also open the I/O. Here's the rename window, by the way. I could also open up the I/O, and I could go to the bus page, which is on the other window. And I go to the bus page, and I can find bus 3, and I can name it there if I wanted as well. But the easy thing to do is just to right click on there. I'm sorry, that's not a right click. That's a right click. Rename it. We're going to call it Hall. It keeps popping over here to the main screen, but I've named it Hall. This is going to be my Hall reverb. I've turned it up. Great. Easy done. By default, it's in post fader. If I want to make it pre, I can change that with that. You're not going to want it pre. So now let's make a return for this. So new track or Command-Shift-N. I'll slide it over so you can see it. You want a mono because I fed it from a mono send. Mono aux input. Done. Is reverb in mono? No, reverb's usually in stereo. But way this will work, if you make a mono send and a mono track, it will actually make a stereo output the moment I put a mono to stereo reverb on the insert. So watch what I'm going to do. Insert plugin reverb and pick a mono stereo reverb. That will do a mono in, stereo out. The sexiest reverb we have in this room is definitely Altiverb. So let's use Altiverb. Altiverb is way sexy. So takes a moment, loads itself up. Altiverb, we'll talk about it later, but it's a convolution reverb. It does all kinds of cool things. And you can click on the picture and pick what you want. So this is going to be a concert hall. We're going to pick a concert hall, and let's go to Disney Hall in LA. Beautiful room. This is now a sample of Disney Hall. So we have to source this track from the Hall reverb, so source it to Hall. And let's solo isolate it, or what do they call it in Pro Tools? Solo safe. So I'm holding the command down. That will mean it will, even if I solo over here, this track will automatically be soloed. That's a really important step. And I want to name the return so I know what's going on. Hall. And maybe I want to turn the return down by 10 or 15 dB. Get my gain staging right. Now we should hopefully have reverb on that snare. Right? So this allows us to now be very efficient and say option drag our Hall send. So now we can have multiple things sharing the same reverb, which makes it really easy to have everybody have the same reverb, therefore the same ambience. Cool? I think we have a video. You may stop it.